I absolutely love lasagna. I'm kind of like a human version of Garfield on a cheat day. Today I'm making something special for you. One of my personal favorites, white chicken and spinach lasagna rolls. This recipe is a certified banger. Let's get into these ingredients. For the pesto, you're gonna need basil, fresh basil, pistachios, olive oil, garlic, salt, pepper, red pepper flakes, and grated Parmesan cheese. Next we have our ground chicken, our fresh spinach, mozzarella cheese, butter, a little more garlic, flour, fresh thyme, fresh rosemary, Italian seasonings, paprika, salt, pepper, garlic powder, creme fraiche, heavy whipping cream, shredded Parmesan cheese, and lastly, our pasta, lasagna pasta. We're gonna start off by cooking our pasta, then we're gonna cook our spinach, we're gonna cook our chicken, we're gonna make our pesto, and then we're gonna make our sauce, and then we're gonna build the rolls. I'm gonna begin chopping my herbs. I've already removed the thyme and the rosemary from the stems, so all we're gonna do now is just chop it up into real small pieces. Now I like to use fresh blocks of cheese and shred it myself. Gives it a little more creaminess whenever you're using cheese. Now that I have everything prepped, we're gonna go ahead and cook our spinach. So it's melting down pretty good. I think it's a good time to add the spinach to the pan. And we're gonna add the garlic paste on top. All right. We're gonna just cook this thing down till it's wilted pretty good. Now we're gonna cook our ground chicken down. First I'm gonna add butter, and I'm gonna put the thyme and rosemary in there and let that cook together. I think it's gonna open up the aroma. It's gonna have your kitchen smelling crazy. And we're only gonna do this for like maybe a minute, not long at all. Now we can add the chicken. Okay. And then we will add our Italian seasonings and paprika. All right. And just move it around. Cook it down till it's brown pretty good. Our chicken has been cooked. We've drained our excess grease from the chicken. Now we're gonna build the sauce. Make sure your heat is not too high, so it's about a medium low. And if your butter melts real slow, it means you're good to go. Kind of rhyme. So once your butter melts down, at least to the halfway point, we're gonna go ahead and add our flour for the thickener. Cook that together for a little bit, stir it around. We always want it to look like slightly like a paste before we add anything else. Now, it is time for the heavy cream. And our garlic powder. I'm just gonna keep moving it around. We don't want it to get clumpy. It may not look ideal at first, but you just gotta keep moving it. Our sauce is done. While this is cooling, we're gonna make our pesto. Making your homemade pesto is super easy. All you need is the ingredients that we went over earlier, but here's a quick catch to what you can do different if you choose to. Now, the traditional way is made with pine nuts. I kind of like the flavor of the pistachio, so today we'll be making a pistachio pesto, but you can also use walnuts, cashews, anything in the nut family if you choose. So we're going to begin with the leaves. You're going to add that into the food processor. You want to put your leaves in first. It just makes it easier to chop it all up once you start grinding it up with the processor. And we're going to top it off with our pistachios. All right. Garlic paste. Okay. And the olive oil. Now with the olive oil, you probably want to put maybe half now, just to get it going. And then as it's blending, you can add oil as it's blending to make sure the texture and the consistency is what we're looking for. I think we have a pretty good consistency. So it should look pretty pasty. Not sure if you can see that. You can add this into a bowl. I'm a little detailed, so I like to make sure I don't leave anything behind. So we'll see if we can get it all out of there. That looks good. Okay. We're gonna add our salt, pepper, red pepper flakes, and importantly, we need the grated Parmesan cheese. Okay. I'm just gonna slightly fold everything together. I'm gonna keep stirring and folding until your Parmesan cheese kind of disappears. Everything has been cooked. Now it's time to make the filling. So we're gonna add everything in one bowl. We already have our cooked spinach already ready. We're gonna put our creme fraiche into the bowl with the spinach. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna add our shredded Parmesan cheese. I think that's what we're going for here with it. And a salt pepper combination. So, all we're gonna do is fold the ingredients together until it's all blended well enough to spread inside of your lasagna. Now that our filling is almost complete, we're gonna add a little more bulk to it. We're gonna put half of our chicken that we created, and we're gonna put half of the pesto. So, let's take half of the chicken, and that is half of the pesto. And the same thing, we're gonna just fold everything together. This is looking good. We're gonna set this to the side. Finish with the last few steps. We're gonna add our sauce into the bowl with the chicken and the remaining pesto. Okay, and the same thing. Just gonna mix this together. Our filling is done and our sauce is done. Now it's time to build. Remember, we're talking about lasagna, so it's all about layers. So our first layer is gonna be the sauce, then we're gonna have our lasagna roll, and we're gonna have more sauce, and we're gonna end it with the cheese. I'm gonna put a little bit of sauce on the bottom now. Not much, just enough to spread a light layer on the bottom, just to make sure, for one, we don't want the pasta to stick to the bottom, and two, layers of flavors is always good. All right, we're gonna build the roll with a hefty spoonful of the filling. You're gonna spread it as evenly as you can across the pasta, pretty much like that. Doesn't have to be perfect. Once it's spread, you're gonna just take the edge and just keep rolling it. Pretty simple, you don't wanna apply too much pressure. Just kinda let the momentum of the roll do what it does. It's gonna look pretty much like that. Our rolls are built. Now we're gonna top it off with the sauce, top it off with the cheese, throw it in the oven. Now the sauce is gonna be a little on the thick side, and that's what we want. We're looking nice and cheesy. We're gonna top it off with a little dry basil for the nice and pretty and for the flavor. And then we're gonna bake this thing in the oven at 400 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes. You know, as it's baking, just watch it to make sure you don't brown your cheese too much. Now it's time for my favorite part, the taste test. Yeah. The flavors from the chicken and the pesto mixed with the sauce and the cheese. Certified banger. See you guys next time.